Well, congratulations. That was fun.
Are we done?
I think we're done.
I thought this was so funny. Y'all are so funny.
I think we're done.
Sorry for being a natural alpha.
You better clutch your nuts, honey, because it's time for Squirrel Talk.
Hi. Welcome to another episode of Squirrel Talk.
The podcast, the award-winning podcast, the Canadian Comedy Award-winning podcast, featuring Hillary Yaas and Selena Vyle. And today,
This episode, we have a very special guest, if you know what I mean.
this very special guest made me queer. How about you?
Yeah, this special guest asked if I was gay on the street and during a podcast.
And if you're watching this on the YouTube, you're seeing this guest right now pretending that they're not in the room.
I found them vaguely homophobic.
Vaguely.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that is the cool thing these days, isn't it?
It is.
It is. It's come back into fashion.
I love homophobia.
I adore homophobia. I just want to tell everyone they're so dumb for being gay.
I identify as a homophobe.
I identify as two homophobes because I'm slightly heavier than you. I'm a fat homophobe.
I'm also fatphobic.
I'm also loving that you're fatphobic.
And now that we're canceled, our special guest today comes all the way from the podcast Queerly, presented by You Made Me Queer.
I love the fact that you got it wrong.
I did?
It's queerial, not
Damn it.
queerly. But good try.
Oh, I was so close. I really was very confident with that one.
Welcome, Trevor Noah.
Oh,
Very close as well.
Damn it.
It is Naomi Campbell.
Damn it.
Oh.
somewhere in the middle. I should
Welcome,
be so
Campbell's
lucky.
Chicken Soup.
Thank you so much. I'm only 2 episodes into the new show, so I could change the name ostensibly.
Change it back to Queerly. We won't edit anything.
It's fine.
So tell us, when did you come up with the concept of chicken noodle?
First of all, I want to say how happy I am to be here because I am such an enormous fan of both of you. Your work, your chemises that you're wearing right now, and Squirrel Talk, big fan. And this beautiful room.
Thank you. And when Andy Warhol reached out to you to present your brand as his artwork, how did that feel?
Thank you for taking it back to soup. It felt good. I felt
Yeah.
seen. And also, our family was heavily involved in the production of the Chicken Soup for the Soul book series.
Wow.
Can we take it back to your ensemble? I find what you're wearing rather pedestrian.
Thank you. That's fair. It was, speaking of homophobia, we've gone so far.
We're experts.
Yeah, we are.
Well, I assume that's why I'm here, because we've gone so far around the
Yes.
progressive loop that we're now back to.
Have you not?
The pendulum
Yeah.
has swung.
Now
Because-
it's cool to be homophobic.
Yeah, as they say, like you can go so far into like some sort of subject like, oh, becoming holy or good or like non-homophobic. And then once you get to a certain point, you just wrap right back around. And then you were like super homophobic.
You jumped the line into MAGA.
Yeah,
Yes. Which is
100%.
where we're almost at. We're not quite there yet, but we're almost there.
Happened to me.
Oh, wow. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
It takes a lot of work.
It took, I had to be so good to get so bad.
Well, that's the thing with this, because when I put this potpourri colored shirt on,
I don't want to see it.
I was like, this is a little queer leaning, and so I threw on this sort of like workers, sort
Butch
of
it
like
up.
prisoners
Yeah,
chemise.
butch. It's like butch. It's
Yeah.
like
This
gay.
is not butch. It's a wool
Yeah.
workshop shirt.
Is it not from Mark's Work Warehouse?
yeah.
This is I
The
don't know what
pants
this is
are.
from.
The
This
pants
is
are.
a secondhand shirt missing a button. So
Okay, fair. I
this-
feel like secondhand is pretty gay.
Yeah.
Does Mark's Work Warehouse have a basement for cheaper people?
It's Mark's unemployed, not working house.
There you go.
Yeah, Mark's out of work warehouse.
There it is.
That's
EI.
where I bought this.
Yeah, EI basement bargain.
Yeah, you got it. But thank you for everything. Love, big fan of soup.
So I noticed that you're showing your socks and your pants are designed to show your socks, and yet you're wearing the most boring socks imaginable.
Well, they have dots
look at
on
mine.
them.
Mine have
Those
juice,
are little soda pops.
juice on them.
They've got bubbles in them.
And I wear sensible jeans from Walmart.
I couldn't tell if they were chili or soap dispensers.
They've got bubbles. No, there's bubbles in the liquid. It can't be soap.
Well, it might be so.
There's bubbles in soap.
Could be microbeads.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, you shouldn't use
Boba?
it.
Don't like.
It could be boba in your soap.
Boba?
Yeah.
Boba?
Boba soap.
That's too ethnic for me.
Oh no! Oh no!
MAGA, baby.
I told you I rolled all the way around.
And we're at time.
Okay. Yes, Jordan Chappelle. Yes? That's your name? Trevor Campbell. Trevor Campbell.
That's the first time we've said it right.
Yeah, first time we said it right. Trevor Campbell's our guest. You did a thing called Queerial. Love it.
Hey, thanks.
I liked your other one better, but love it. Love your work.
Yeah.
I'm very much enjoying
Are you
Queerial.
enjoying it?
I really
Why?
am.
No,
Are
no.
you?
No, be quiet, Trevor. Can you tell me why?
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
it is. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you write the script based on the interviews you get?
Yes.
So, like, you write it up to a certain point, you interview that person, and then you write more?
No. So the original plan. So for folks who don't know, Queerial is an absurdist radio noir. It's interview based, and it's sort of satire on how we can
Oh
choose.
my God, my brain is exploding. You said too many big words.
I know,
Absurd.
but I'm
no,
gonna-
stop.
I'm gonna walk you through it.
Absurdist radio
Noir.
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 What are these words?
You know, well, radio.
Hillary's turning
I'm-
into Mrs. White from Clue right
Yeah,
now.
well,
That's a
my
good
face.
one. Yeah.
Absurdism on my face.
Which word was the most confusing? Was it radio?
Well, absurd. That takes me to my theater days, where we did the theater of absurd, which is similar to Dadaist, but not.
I think you're
And
overcomplicating
it came from World War II in the nuclear era, when the world was so fucked. Honestly, it's very today.
Yeah, what the fuckedness?
very today.
We're back there again, baby.
Is it Theater of the Absurd times again?
I think so.
I think so.
We have nothing else to
I
hang
think
on
so.
to.
Do you know that Theater of the Absurd?
Are you
We
with
did
Later
it
Girl?
once in our show, the play we just wrote just now.
Oh.
Somebody
We
we were
did.
like, hey, what genre should we do? And then someone was like, Dadaism.
Well,
And then-
Dada is
that different?
Crazy. It's
I went to
similar.
musical theater school, so I don't know any of these real theater terms.
Samuel Beckett, Eugene Ionesco.
I don't know who that is.
Look who's flexing with big words now.
I know, Sir John A. McDonald over there.
That is CanCon, which you might approximate to absurd theater at times.
See, there you go. You're already on board. You just explained it to yourself.
So
Okay,
it's a
so-
film noir through interviews.
Radio noir, yes.
Oh, wow. Yes, of course, because it's not filmed.
Yes, so all of the tropes of noir, like, the femme fatale and the sort of like corruption of justice and the lone detective kind of thing, which I think paired well with.
Noir, as in film noir.
Yeah.
Like detectives.
Exactly. Like, it's always a bit rainy. We're always watching people through horizontal blinds. It's in black
people
and
do
white.
monologues like, I thought that Trevor was really making a good point right now.
Have you listened to it?
Yeah.
Yes, because I am both the protagonist and the narrator for the series. And not just because I'm a narcissist.
Yeah.
That's true, you do.
Yeah.
And you did make a joke of it in the first episode.
You gotta.
Yes.
It's a budget constraint where I'm like, well, it's just me.
I have to tell you, I've laughed out loud a lot listening to it.
That's so sweet.
For me, the biggest laugh you got from me was when you were interviewing somebody who was talking about bugs in Australia, and she's Australian, and she talked about how she had a tattoo of it, and you said, "Can I see it?" And then you cut to, and then she ripped off her Joan Jett wig and revealed a skull tattoo of this. That killed me.
Thank you. Yeah, so to answer your question,
I saw that.
the
You
original
saw it.
plan.
You saw it with your eyes.
My brain is in my brain.
It's quite an
I
image,
made a
right?
visual picture. I think that Queerial is a visual with non-visuals.
Yes.
Good
Yes,
for
yes,
you.
yes.
Thanks.
You're very descriptive.
Yeah.
And as Hillary said, very wordy. You use $5 words that
You're
I've
so
never
wordy.
heard before.
I just want to
I need a
establish myself.
dictionary
Yes.
to listen to understand.
yes.
And that's part of the fun of like noir and that era of movies is that they're so like the script
does
is
era mean?
so over the top. I can't even. We don't have
Ask
time.
Taylor Swift. She
Yeah.
made a whole concert about it.
That's true.
Oh, I thought that was just like her looks.
I thought your bracelet at first was a Taylor bracelet.
Don't you ever.
They're evil eyes.
Which one?
All of them.
Yeah.
Well, they're evil like
What about
protectors.
this?
They're
This
not.
is a Taylor bracelet.
But that doesn't have beads on it, like the little friendship bracelet.
Which I got a lot of. I host drag brunch, and we were in a slump.
Wow,
and
what
so,
a flex.
I know. Well, listen, we were in a slump. That's not a flex. So my boss was like, Taylor Swift is in town. We have to do 2 Taylor Swift drag brunches. And I was like, fine. Did it not bring the entire city out? Like,
Sure.
I'm like, I guess every brunch has to be. But so many people were like, I made you a friendship bracelet. And I was like, you guys really do this?
They really do it.
Yeah, they really do it. They really lead into it.
What's your favorite Taylor song to drag to? Is that the
None
verb?
of them.
None.
Okay, this is our interview. Stop trying to take this over. So,
Well, I was trying to answer your
Trevor
questions.
Noah over here is also pretty kind of, I want to say, Canadian niche famous for his previous attempts at podcasting.
Okay.
What was it called again?
You made me queer.
queer.
You made me queerial.
You had pretty
That's right.
cool people on, like myself.
Yep.
You've been on both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been on either.
I absolute shutout.
No. Well, that's just what happens when you're cool, Selena.
You get shut out.
I emailed your reps and they never got back to me.
Say again?
I emailed your reps and they were
Do you know why they never got back to you?
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Speaking of brunch, bringing it back to brunch.
Yes, let's get back to me.
I
in
thought
my-
Hillary was your rep, by the way. That's what happened there.
In my
like, "I'm
little
available."
in my little cut on Queerial, which is on episode 2,
Two.
in the middle, skip the rest. You can check me out. It was so wild listening to it because we film recorded it like
So long ago.
17 years ago.
It's very funny because everyone you talk to seem to be an expert on the thing you asked them about, and then this one gets libraries.
And
Do you know what
hates, no
happened?
spoiler, hates libraries.
This bitch just texted me on a Monday morning and was like, "Do you know anything about libraries?" And I was like, "Sure." Are you available for a podcast immediately?
Yeah,
I
that's
was
true.
like, "Sure."
Which honestly is the best take because everyone's like, drag queens and libraries,
Yeah.
they're crazy about them.
Yeah.
And you, like, not only neutral, but angry, kind of.
I have opinions on everything.
So refreshing. Thank God. We need more opinions these days, right?
But brunches, I thank you for casting me in a role on your podcast that actually assumed that I was doing a brunch.
That's right.
For an audience, because that's wild.
You have.
Like,
You've been
thank
my
you so
guest.
much. I haven't.
At Glad Day, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
once.
So
Twice.
good.
Smith House.
You let me. Oh,
And you hosted for me when I was
Smith House
not there.
doesn't count. Nobody likes the Smith House.
Those were good shows. We did good shows.
Is that a venue? What's this?
Yeah.
What's Smith House?
It's
Smith
now
House is
called
lovely.
Smith Social House, but it is on College Street where it used to be
Yeah.
O'Grady's across from U of T.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a spot where I've been doing a monthly drag bunch, which I'm not doing anymore. So
Yeah, the kids love it, like the students. But do they go to your brunch anymore?
The students? They never did.
I guess they don't.
no.
Do people
Nobody
behave
goes
at a
to-
drag brunch? I feel like it would be a lot of work for you two.
For what?
Like at a drag brunch, do people behave? I know we're teaching
Yes.
audiences how to behave at drag.
Yes, I drag because it's early.
Yeah.
It's daytime.
Well, Selena came up with this really great system. It's her rules, right?
I have rules. Yeah.
So she said she announces her rules.
Yes,
You know,
at the
it's
top
like
of the
you
show,
have
like
to do
5
this.
rules.
And it really helps.
Yeah.
What are they?
They are respect the staff, and give us energy,
Oh, yeah.
give us tips,
Follow Hillary Yaas.
follow Hillary. That is rule number 5 is follow us on social media, and rule
Yeah.
number 4 is consent.
Yes.
Yeah.
No grabbing performers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, you'd be so surprised. There's always newbies. There's always like, this is my first
Yes.
drag show. I can't believe it. Blah, blah, blah. Like, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to tip. They don't know what they're allowed to do. They sometimes don't know if they're allowed to anything. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And at my brunches, we curb the no tip. The thing, if they don't bring cash to tip, if they don't know, we take debit tips.
Yes.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
You've got that like the Monaris reader like stapled to your hip. Yeah. Just tap me,
Yes.
baby.
Well-
do you find a quick question?
Yeah.
Because the threshold to tipping in the US is so much lower because they have $1 bills and
Yes.
they still look nice. But here you have to start at a 5. Do you accept coins?
I'll never turn away any currency. I'll take traveler's checks. Like I don't turn away any currency.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that what made you queer?
I love this German professor.
I think I'm getting back into it. Is
that's
that
it.
what made you queer? Is it the money?
That's
The
Dr.
money.
Ooze.
Listen. You give me some money, I'll do whatever you want.
you,
I'll be
yes.
queer. I'll be not queer.
Well, I don't know if did anyone ever ask you what made you queer
People sometimes bring it up, and there's so many things.
in the streets?
Yeah, they do.
In the
Yeah.
shower.
As they're throwing the brick.
At the gym.
Tell us
that's right.
about your love life.
I'll tell you
But
my first. Can I tell you the first
Yes.
one? Because the first one that came up in an early episode was I was 5 years old. I was watching Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves,
Ooh.
featuring Kevin Costner and
Costner.
Christian Slater.
And Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
Yes.
How
who,
old
as Marion.
are you?
Yeah.
And there's a scene, it's like a blink and you miss it scene, but Christian Slater falls into this pile of dead leaves in a forest. And then
Why were they dead?
That's part of the mystery. So he leans up to like get, I don't know, do something. And his medieval shirt falls open a bit. And he's like, got this strapping chest. And at 5.
And hairy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his hair is like a bang falling across his eyes. And I turned to my brother as a 5-year-old and was like,
I'm jealous of his hair because I'm going to be bald one day.
it's honestly,
You have a good
it's
head
not
of
so
hair.
No,
bad.
I'm talking about, I'm doing Trevor's
gotcha.
voice.
That was Trevor's inner
I was
monologue.
thinking that as a 5-year-old. Existentialism hit me like a heavy weight. But I was like, this guy's cute. And my brother
Yeah.
was like, don't you mean Maid Marian? And I was like, yeah.
Married Marion's a guy?
Yeah.
Totally.
See, I know you're younger than me because for me, my Christian Slater awakening was Pump Up the Volume.
Oh, but we're almost the same age.
Oh.
Are we?
That's my guess. Pump Up the Volume, I don't know.
It was, so it's like 1989, 1990,
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he had like a radio show and in high school, I think, and he was like the bad boy and like similar to Heather's, there was a theme around teenagers taking their own lives. Yeah, it was very controversial.
That is real heavy.
Yes.
That's like My So-Called Life kind of heaviness that maybe
Yes.
we weren't ready for as a culture with no therapy yet.
But it was like dark and not like therapeutic. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Which is like where we're at these days.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
good.
for
I wanna
bringing
watch
the
it.
energy down in the room, Selena.
Well, listen, that's what I'm here for.
Speaking of, if anyone is having trouble, because these are very troubling times,
Yes.
there is help available. I want you to go out and get that for yourself. And if you need to, slip into my DMs and get a virtual hug or anything. We love you.
I love how you turn that back to follow Hillary Yaas.
At HillaryAss.com.
Just desperate for likes.
I seriously sometimes am. I have so much love to give.
Oh my
Back
God.
to love.
Yeah.
I asked you the question, what was your first love? And you turned it into Kevin Costner.
Christian
I was like,
Slater.
Christian
Slater.
Slater. Don't get it twisted. No, there's a
Same
difference.
It's not Kevin
person.
Costner.
No.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey, same
No, that's
thing.
definitely not the same thing.
No. Although Costner's fine. Although and it's not important.
Kevin McAllister.
I wanted to be him.
I
What a
know.
cool experience.
Oh, I had a crush on him.
Did you?
Yeah, I was the same age as him, so it's not creepy.
Yeah. No. It's,
Oh, no.
yeah.
He's,
It's fine.
Yeah, he's a talented guy. Kieran Culkin just won an Oscar.
He won an
Yeah.
Oscar.
Home Alone. Also in
Hey!
Home Alone.
A Culkin kid won an Oscar.
Froggy
Cool, right?
Boy.
That I also enjoyed that movie
Froggy!
very much.
What is that?
Have you ever seen that sketch? Kieran and Macaulay were in it. I think it was SNL.
No.
And Kieran's just like doing his pencil sharpening, and then Macaulay's just like, "Hey, Froggy Boy, Frogmeister," and he's like, "Stop talking to me." He's like, "Froggy." It's just
Wait.
hilarious.
Is that the Rob Schneider sketch where it's like
Yeah, it's something
Hillary
like-
Yaas, the Hillary Meister?
Yeah.
Hillary, you know I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It's so funny.
It's a weird
That's
reach.
really crazy, though. Yeah, I reach a lot.
I do. I prefer. I mean, I like both the Culkins. I think Kieran Culkin is really like he's a
Totally.
real talent.
Yes, absolutely. And who knew? He was Fuller.
He
Go
was
easy on the
Fuller.
Pepsi.
He's great as Fuller, though.
Yeah.
That's a tip for you kids. If you want to have talent in your life, make sure you wet the bed, and often.
You know how like some artists win an award because they lost a previous award that they really deserved, and
Yeah.
they won for one that they didn't actually, but they wanted to give it
Like
like,
a
a back.
charity?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that happened with Kieran Culkin. I think he really deserved it for Fuller in Home Alone.
Right.
And speaking of yourself, when did you stop wetting the bed?
Pretty early. It was never like a long problem for me. Maybe I want to say like I probably got away with like a solid 9 or 10.
Wait,
like an
were you a
oopsie.
bedwetter?
A little bit. Didn't we all at one
I only
point?
did, I did it once.
I maybe did it like 5 times in my tenure.
Did
as
you
a
know this
human.
about Trevor?
Part of my trauma is that I wet the bed until I was 16 or 17.
Is that your
Wow,
story?
really?
Yes.
Wow, you're
It
like
was-
Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, it was difficult. I couldn't control my pee-pee.
Right.
Did
So
they
what
ever
was your
try
trick?
diapers on, like adult diapers?
I couldn't.
Did you pee right
there
before
was
bed?
no trick.
But how did you
The
stop?
trick was I came over to your house and I pissed on your sheets.
That's right.
Like,
Which was intense.
yes.
But
You live in fear.
is this couch going to be okay? Are you through it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually it stopped, but it was just it was horrifying.
That's so hard, right?
It is. It's my trauma.
I will say two things. Though, because I don't remember what age I stopped, but two things confused it, which was one, we had a cat that would sometimes pee in the bed, and I thought it was me. And the second thing was
That makes sense.
my parents had a waterbed that they did not like because they are awful for your back.
Yes.
And then so my brother got it, and then my brother, rightly so, was like, I would like to grow up without a S-shaped spine. So I got it as
yeah.
the youngest, and
They just passed.
yeah, they're like, we'll just give this to you.
Like,
and
well,
I
someone has to sleep on this.
I have horrible posture. I
That
will tell you that.
explains so much.
It's bad posture. But the cat would also like scratch at the mattress, and at one point like put a hole in it, and the bed leaked up. And I also thought I peed the bed. So it was never me.
So it was all gaslighting.
It was always the cat.
It was always the cat was gaslighting you.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wow, cats are evil beings.
I can't believe you actually had a home waterbed. I thought that was like a
So
myth.
bougie, right?
Yeah.
They are not fun.
Do you have a cat?
No.
No, don't get one.
No, it's like
Why?
You had a cat.
Yeah. And then it died.
I just brought the energy way down, didn't I?
what? Oh,
My
did
cat
it?
died.
I'm
Here we
sorry.
go.
It was last summer. I'm okay
She's sad
now.
about it. She's sad about it.
Of course.
They're evil.
No, I'm totally fine now.
I sympathize with that.
Thank you.
It
so
depends on
sorry.
all cats are different. Certain cats
You're a monster.
are we? That's so
Your,
cruel.
your cat was the monster. No, I'm just kidding. Your cat was lovely.
Yes, he was.
Your
Little
cat did,
Jabot Cosmetics.
Do you know what?
Oh.
Do you know what? The cat did this thing.
Yes.
It
the
was
little. I know
He would
it.
need.
You saw the
I
meme.
love that.
he
It's
would
so
need my belly.
cute. It's very cute.
Yeah.
I'm more of a dog person.
So funny.
Fair. I'm more of a cat person. I'm not into dog. I don't want to have to go outside with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
you. I like a cat because they know where to go
Yeah.
in the bed with you.
And P, have at it. Also,
Yeah.
shout out to Sonar producer Mariana Meniotis, who has one of the best cats in the game. Do you know Mariana's
Wait,
cat?
one? I thought you had multiple cats.
Evil?
Two. They're both great cats, but one is like a standout celebrity.
Evil.
Yeah, great
cats.
cats. No, they're not evil
They're
at
so
all.
evil.
I don't know
So
what's wrong with you right now.
So evil.
Why are you so upset at cats?
Is this why you had me here? Am I giving you the content you want?
yes,
Cat
we're
talk?
here for cat content.
Okay, cat con.
Cat
Is that in your
con.
notes, Hillary? Talking about cats? Did that come up in your notes?
You would be so surprised if you looked at my empty page of notes.
I want to. Can I pick up a loose thread that I didn't answer from you earlier?
Yes, absolutely.
Which
no.
was-
Why are you trying to take over our show?
Which was the interviews and the script. So my original plan.
Let's bring it back to Queerial.
Yeah,
We moved far away
mean,
from it.
Why not?
Yeah,
Because my
please
original
do.
plan was I'm going to record one interview, and based on what they tell me, schedule the next interview, and then that's how I'll do the whole series. And within 2 interviews, I was like, it will take me 4 years to make this podcast.
I bet.
Yeah.
Because just from a production standpoint, because I'm like, how do I find a bioarchaeologist? It took like 3 weeks.
Wait, hold on. Did you bank all the interviews and then you wrote in between?
Yeah, so this is what I did.
Oh.
Pretty quickly, I was like, I just have to record all of them. So I recorded 41 interviews, which was
Whoa.
actually more fun and more on topic. And then I put them all together and screwed up the order and wrote the whole script to like make them make sense.
No way.
It was really fun. Yeah.
That's wild. So in my head, it was that you would interview somebody and then you would keep writing script based on what they said, and then that would lead you to the next interview. But
That was the
no.
plan. But then, funnily enough, so many people brought up the same things. I was
Huh.
like, this works perfectly and is a funnier riff on conspiracy.
How did you start with the bug topic?
That because in the news at the time when I was doing pre-production, it was May, and the super brood was coming out in the U.S. of
Okay.
cicadas,
Right.
and I read this news story about how this fungus was making their genitals fall off. Y'all can relate, and then a fungus spore was growing out of their genital hole, and it would make them
Yeah.
hypersexual. And I was like, what better metaphor for queer
You
panic?
made me queer.
My fungus makes me not sexual. It's
right.
very itchy.
Shuts it down.
I
No
believe
Shuts
that.
it down.
Yeah.
Shuts it down.
It's fine.
I don't want. No, I'm like, stay away from me.
That's why you're not a cicada.
Yes.
That's how you know.
No, that's so interesting.
Yeah. How's your fungus? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
No, I'm fungus free. Listen, some of your guests are not interviews, right?
That's true. Some are actors. Some
Right.
some scenes are improv completely.
Yeah, the one with Caroline Moore, was that complete improv?
Do you know Caroline Moore?
She is the funniest person.
Yeah. She's the funniest person. Do you know Caroline?
No.
No.
Holy shit.
Caroline is from Tennessee, but I met her in New York because she was friends with Philip.
Yeah. Philip Jeremick, who's also
Yeah.
in the episode, proud crab survivor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, his name was blocked out. Is he not supposed
No,
to be?
but he's like, you can mention me in like the promo for it. I just don't want to be in the episode.
Okay, gotcha.
Weird
gotcha,
Philip
gotcha.
move, but you know.
Okay, we need to bring this back to me.
Okay.
You, Caroline Moore
So-
from Tennessee.
That's right. Here she is.
Yeah. Part-time detective.
Yes. Yes.
I want to understand this concept. Part-time detective. You are aware that you're infringing on my copyright of my recently released comedy album,
Part-Time Everything.
which includes
A detective.
Did you go to the part-time detective academy? I wasn't in your year.
Listen, hon, I know a couple of things, but only a couple because we're part-time.
That's right. I can't learn them all.
Exactly. We don't have time for that.
And that's the thing. Part-time is an excuse to be not great at something, first of all. And it explains why you're probably not getting paid well and
Yeah.
have to be scrappy.
So I relate with that idea. Mediocrity, but like glorified mediocrity.
Yeah.
Why did you choose this path? Because I am obsessed with the glorification of mediocrity and the mediocre.
Yes. I mean, I feel like part-time everything. There's nothing I'm full. I also, as a Sagittarius, I'm very part-time mind.
Right?
fire
Okay.
And I also just love,
Sagittarius.
like, because you're
Yeah.
improv girls too. I like finding like the hooks you can lean into way past the point of interest. And part-time for me, as soon as it became funny, I was just like, I just like building this lore for this character that is so inane. Like,
Right.
I'm a child gymnast in the series
Yes.
as well, which comes up quite a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Part-time child gymnast.
Part-time child gymnast. I had
Part-time child.
yeah,
Full-time
part-time.
gymnast.
That's right. Yeah, had a devastating injury. Well, the character is part-time detective, full-time
It was
queer.
a
so-
part-time devastating.
Yeah.
injury.
I know. Sometimes when the rain comes, it flares up. You know. Yeah, I love a part-time.
I
Please.
love it. That's-
we worked together.
that's fun.
Once upon a time.
Part-time.
Wait, what did we
It
work
was
on?
part-time. It was the Lakeview Diner.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was over a decade ago.
One of the worst jobs I've ever had.
I loved it.
I know.
I know.
and
It's not for
How
everybody.
old
we didn't
are
click there because I
you?
hated that job.
Right.
But I liked
right,
you.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I try to be the likable one.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Yeah.
came off. Yeah.
You are no. You are no. That is a statement to be said. That should be on your epitaph.
The likable one.
No, I tried to be the likable one.
Part-time likable one. It's all
takes an
trying,
effort.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That
yeah.
is the goal.
I love that. And also
Libra.
I mean,
Libra.
check. So we're Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini. So we're all in the same family.
But y'all
'Cause you
are-
represent fire.
Yeah.
I'm air. Is it Earth?
Air.
You're air as well. We're two air signs.
Yeah, we're airs.
But I feel like
Right.
both of you have like a dual thing going on. The Libra and the Gemini. And Sagittarius is just one big fiery hot mess in the
Yes.
middle.
Right, no. Do you have you ever been attracted to Sagittariuses?
Yes.
I've been attracted to so many Sagittariuses.
Yes.
Do you
But
have
it
a sign
never
you-
works out, and I'm
Oh.
always just kind of like,
Oh.
I have a secret thing for you, but I can
a
never.
secret thing. You never go for it.
They always run away, and I'm like, oh, they're amazing.
What's Adam?
Cancer?
Interesting.
What are the attributes? They only move sideways. They do this with their hands.
Cancer's a
He's-
water sign.
He's emotional.
Yes.
He's very caring. He's got two little sharp little pincers.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes delicious with a little bit of hot butter.
Mm.
I haven't tried him like that. Maybe next time. But no, he's just It's an interesting image thinking of like a wild and crazy, unfeeling, two-faced bitch Gemini with
Yep.
the little crab going like, I like
That's
you.
true.
That is so true.
It's very cute.
That is so true.
It's very cute.
What about Chinese zodiac? I'm Year of the Boar.
Okay, I'm
yeah.
a monkey.
Okay.
I am an ox.
But you know what your element is?
Earth?
Because with the Chinese zodiac,
Well,
I'm a metal monkey. So you get an,
Oh,
you get
that's
an
so
element
badass.
Oh.
depending on which monkey, like which year. So 1980 is metal, 1992 is, I think, water.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but yeah, we each have our own. You're assigned an element.
I don't know, but I'm 83, so we are close in age. But I don't know what my element is.
Okay.
Are you googling it now?
Yeah. Wood.
You're a wood ox.
Apparently.
That I like that.
What year are you?
85.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so young.
How about that? The baby.
Am I the baby? I'm the baby.
You are.
I love being the baby. I'm baby. Oh
That's
my God.
very
I'm
sweet.
so young. I'm so young. I love being young.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I have a confession, which is I'm a very bad guest.
Yes.
I downed an entire coffee right before we started recording, and
Just
I kind of
one?
have to pee.
Oh,
Do you want to pee right now?
Can we take a quick pee break?
Why don't you just be right
Oh
here?
no. Okay.
And I'm gone. I'm
We're
done.
gonna take a quick break while our guest.
I can hold it if I have to.
No.
Okay.
No.
If this were a waterbed, I would
If it were a
already
water
be
couch.
released. Yeah.
Let's
full
make it a
release.
water couch.
We could set a 15-minute counter.
That's much too long.
All right. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Thanks. Hi. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Urinate.
He can't stand us. He needs a break.
Adam's a Cancer.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Sagittarian men, though. My God. I've fallen in love with a lot of Sagittarian men. and I
Really?
just kind of like, I'm just like,
I've only fallen in love with one. For me, it's the Scorpios. You know that.
they're always straight, too.
Oh.
That's the thing.
I don't meet a lot of Sagittarius. That's the thing.
That's true. There's not that many. And
Yeah, where are they?
see, they're always so reckless.
Right.
We're just like,
It's because everybody's usually born like 9 months after February, which would be October.
I meet a lot of Scorpios.
Yes, too many.
Hate Scorpios.
Yeah. Me too. Every one of my exes except for one.
You dated a lot of Scorpios, eh?
Yes, literally all of them. And even whenever I match with someone online, they always end up being a Scorpio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. They're attracted to me. They come to me.
Oh.
And I'm obviously very attracted to them because they're very sexually charged.
Right.
But
Yeah, and then you're not. So you need somebody
Yeah.
who's like gonna.
well, at this point, I just need somebody who's gonna leave me alone.
You need companionship. You need an old woman.
I do.
Yeah. Someone to hold you. You know, that's the thing I love about Adam is that like we just have such great affection.
Yes. Yeah, you do.
You know.
Y'all are in love.
At the end of the day, it's like, oh, it's someone like I can hug. You know.
Yeah. You'll repeat in your spot just so you can
Thank you
feel
so
like home.
much.
Welcome back.
Okay, I'm ready. Thanks, guys.
Curtain.
Thank you,
Jane
darling.
Curtin.
That's cute, man.
No, we're changing the energy.
I was recording all
Uh-oh.
that, just so you know.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
All everything we said in the break?
Yeah, I didn't stop it.
Sweet.
Just use that bit.
Yeah, we'll cut out the entire interview to just play
I
what we
think-
said
I
during
don't
the break.
I don't think we're gonna cut.
Oh,
I want to change the tone.
oh wow. Things are gonna get dark.
Gay vampires.
Yeah.
Are you one?
I wish. I'm such an early bird. I think when I was in my 20s and it would be like, let's meet at the bar at 11:30.
Right.
Like start the night. And
Right.
now by like 5, I'm like, I guess it's time for dinner.
Yeah.
And then I want to be in bed with a book by 10:30 max.
I love that life. I don't have that life. I wish I did.
Ay. Why not?
I cannot make myself go to bed before 2 a.m.
Wow.
And I want to every night. I'm like, tonight's the night I'm going to go to bed at 11. And then I'm like, how is it already 3 o'clock?
What time do you wake up?
T.
Around like noon?
Do you think time starts to move faster as you get older?
No.
Slower?
No.
About the same?
Yeah.
Thank you, science.
Well,
There's a thing called Einstein time. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing.
wow. So no, not a gay vampire. Although, I don't think there's such a thing as a straight vampire. So it's if I was a vampire, you just.
Right. I learned this on your podcast.
This is true. Did you watch the new Interview with a Vampire?
No.
No.
Oh,
Is
really?
is there gay sex? Because if there is, I'll watch it.
Was it called Nosferatu?
I saw that.
I saw
No.
not that.
Interview
I
with a
recently
Vampire.
watched Anora.
It's very good.
Gay
It's
vampires.
sexy.
Yeah, he's vampire-esque, that young boy. Honora is so good.
Sexy.
I'm so happy she won that Oscar.
I'm
Me too.
Yeah.
Everybody's upset that Demi Moore didn't win.
Demi Moore.
No,
That's a charity award.
that is a charity award.
Yeah.
She has never deserved an Oscar, and I don't think she deserved it for this. I think she's a
Wow.
terrible actress. I think she did
Oh.
okay in the movie. I don't think she's a good actress, and I don't think she deserved the Oscar. I'm
I
saying
think
it right
Timothy
now.
Chalamet should have won Best Actress.
I agree with you.
What do you think about his statement where he's like, "I want to be great"?
I hated him
Yeah.
in that moment.
I
It's
didn't
a
hear the
bummer.
statement. Did he win an award and say that?
Yeah, the SAG, the Screen Actors.
He said, "I want to be great."
He got up and he was like, "Guys, I know a lot of people want to say this out loud, but I want to be great." And I was like, Timothy Chalamet? Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
what that.
yeah, you probably will be.
I don't know what that means.
It's
though.
just such a weird, and it's like,
Is it like that Kanye moment where he's like, "Why won't you let me be great"?
no, I think he was real. Like, it's so weird because like the subtext of you winning this award and being a bajillionaire is. A lot of people think you're great, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
But he just made this statement where he's like, I want to leave a legacy and like I want to be one of the great actors. And
He
it's
wants
like,
to
just
be
tone it down.
James Dean and all that crap.
He
you
does
know?
seem like somebody who like takes his craft too
A
seriously.
little too, yeah. Like we went to theater school with that person.
Yeah.
He's so young.
He's so young
That's
and
the
doing
thing.
very well.
The thing is, he's not. He's 41, but he looks like he's 12.
true.
No, but he has the mindset of a toddler.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're young in theater school, you're like, I'm gonna be great. I was like that. I was
Yeah,
like that.
sure.
Oh, people. This one guy said I'm talented. I must be the fucking best. You know what I mean? That kind of
Yes.
thing. And then you
And then you enter the real world.
old,
ground
and then you're
down.
like, oh,
Yeah.
what? No one's the best. Everyone thinks they're crap at all times.
Yeah.
Unless, you're the other way. The way that's just like delusional.
That's right. And you need a little bit of delusion. But my speech is I'm like, I want to make rent. That's
Yes.
like, that's the
Yes.
dream.
Yes. I just want
Mediocre.
to work.
That, they're
It
part-time.
is so hard
part-time.
to
Part-time greatness.
aspire to mediocrity.
I know. Because
So
you
hard.
always, the temptation is to go above and you can't do it. There's a
Yeah.
great Maria Bamford bit where she's like, if you can like really force yourself back down and stay there, that takes work. That's discipline.
Yeah.
So speaking of, I have a statement. It's a hard-hitting statement. What do you think of this? Podcasters are losers. What do you think? What do you think? Do you agree? Do you,
Not anymore.
No?
And that's the
Oh,
problem
not
with
anymore.
podcasting. It's also the problem with drag.
So we're winners?
Well, I think
Oh, it's not going that far.
No, here's my take. Because we talked a bit before the record a little
Yeah.
bit about how, drag and like the way drag TV has changed drag. I think now that podcasting is such an influencer and celebrity realm that it's not like zine culture anymore. It's this like very like polished sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like there's too much greatness in podcasting. We need more like pirate radio back.
I agree.
Yeah. More fake
that's
plants,
true.
less real plants.
If you watch Pump Up the Volume, you'll get a lot of pirate radio.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
It reminds me of Wayne's World, except for 2025.
They
Cable
would have had a
access, yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
would not have been great.
Yeah, I never thought I would end up doing this kind of thing, but I guess it just kind of makes sense eventually.
And winning awards for it, Hillary.
I know, is that crazy? Oh my God.
it's
How many
so
have you
great.
won though? Like 75?
How many Canadian Podcast Awards do you have?
How many did you like win and then
How many
you just
nominations have you
left
had?
your show?
I feel very
Do you feel
bullied
great?
right now
Mm-hmm.
in a very supportive way. I think I honestly forget. I think I won 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, which
Okay,
is
good for you.
really cool. Although
best
one of
theme
them
song,
yeah,
best person, best bald hair,
Best
That's
socks.
best socks.
No, I don't. I disagreed with
Sponsored
that
by
one.
Mark's
very
Work
strongly,
Warehouse.
It
Very
wasn't for these
strongly.
socks.
No. You know what's funny? I'm a very I like a flashy sock. But today
No, I'm telling you, I disagreed when
I
you won
put on
that
a-
sock award.
Listen, I put on a different pair of socks this morning and went, those don't match my gray prisoner stripe. And so I switched. But shout out to Critty, who wrote the theme song, who won one of those podcast awards.
Nice.
Because
You broke out of jail, didn't you?
I know, like fresh from prison break.
Well, then I guess you only won 3 because you didn't actually write the theme song.
That's true. But as she also wrote the music for Quirial. I hired her again.
She's been doing everything.
She's very, very
Shout out to
talented.
Critty.
You don't do anything, do you?
No, I don't even know nothing. I hire everything out.
Oh my God! Why do we have this person
The
here?
Jeff Bezos approach to
It is
podcasting.
AI voice acting, right? That's what.
Do you know what's funny? Actually, Ruby 3000, my assistant, is a text to speech actress, which is it's a conceit, like part of the joke of the show.
Is it
Yeah.
ChatGPT?
No. Nothing is written by
ChatGPT.
AI, but her voice is created by a text-to-speech simulator, which
Oh
is
my God.
it's one of the themes of the show. And the annoying thing is, her takes are way better than mine,
Cool.
like a lot of the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, but it's part of it. It's a bit, guys. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if
This podcast is
I don't know
hosted
if we
by
can
AI.
continue after we found out about the AI thing.
It's not AI. It's text to speech, which means you type the words and then
You
a
are
bad
what's,
computer.
You
says
might
it.
be what's wrong with the world.
I'm still writing it all.
Okay.
Cancel Trevor Noah.
Do you know what's funny? I'm
Speaking
actually
of,
wait. Let me.
This is our new Selena Vyle AI.
I need to add this in, which is
because she could never be here. She's too cool for us.
yeah. So the real Selena's sleeping
I'm a hologram.
until 6 p.m. No, I'm a bit of a Luddite when it comes to AI. I'm like pretty anti-AI in
Yeah,
a lot of
me too.
capacities. I think we do
Luddite?
not know. Yeah, we do not know
Where
how to
did
use
you
it
get
yet.
that word?
That's a $10 word.
That is an ancient fucking who uses this grandma
Canaanites
bullshit
used it,
kind of
yeah.
word.
Yeah, well, funny actually, because one of the reasons I wanted to do Quirrell is because I'm such a trivia Wikipedia deep dive person
Yeah.
who got in trouble. Like writing essays, I'd always want to be like,
A
"Oh, did you
Luddite,
know,
a
by the
Luddite."
way?" And they're like, "That's not relevant." But I always just want to talk about the weird fact. Luddite, the term meaning like people who are sort of anti-technology, but actually the
Right.
truth behind it is that the Luddites were people who were being abused by their employers and so destroyed their own machines so they couldn't be part of capitalist production. So they're actually badass. They didn't not
Okay.
know how to use machines. They just were, punks.
They were analog all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Sounds like Dune.
I didn't see Dune
And neither
2.
did
I just saw
Very
number
I
one.
didn't see number one.
Speaking of Chalamet, he's fine in it.
Oh no.
Too much sand.
What did you think of his
Fine.
performance in Little Women?
Fine.
I liked him.
What did you think of his performance in Lady Bird?
I liked him too, but he rides that cusp where he's like in the wrong director's hands. I think he would be
Do you think Greg
unlikable.
Gerwig was the wrong director for him?
No.
Okay.
Although I'm not a Barbie apologist, I didn't like it.
You didn't.
No,
It was too on the nose.
it's too. I know we're all at where we're at, but it felt way too proto. I'm like, we can't be talking about such a simple concept of feminism this much.
Oh.
I didn't feel like it punched anything.
I don't think we should talk about feminism at all.
100%.
Yeah.
I hate women.
Yeah.
No, I love women. I mean, I don't, but I think, let's move on.
Great
You do woman
save.
face
Great save.
every week. Hillary.
This is true.
Oh, no, every 34 days.
Well, how often do you do your YouTube channel? Oh no, we've unlocked something.
So, speaking of drag,
Yeah.
is your drag name Alma Sass?
What
Because that
what
was
a great
that was-
reach.
you were like, this Nancy Drew book written by Alma Sass, and I was like, I think we just found out Mr. Campbell Soup's drag name,
Such a good drag name.
Alma Sass.
Alma Sass.
This is allegedly a real author of one of the Nancy Drew books, Mystery at the Ski Jump, which I think is Nancy Drew number 27. But truly, it's such a good drag name. Alma Sass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
But if-
Mystery of the Ski Jump,
It is.
written by Alma Sass.
So badass, right? But, like, do you think Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, they all have, like, one author's name, but apparently
Right.
they were, like, writing rooms.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like 1950s AI.
That's right.
Oh,
And that version was just, like, underpaid.
Cancel the Hardy Boys.
it wasn't very DEI inclusive though.
No, they were all white people.
A room full of monkeys at typewriters or white people.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Even cheaper.
What a take.
Yeah.
Alma Sass is great. I would claim that. Can I put temporary dibs on it?
I think
Okay.
it's fine. Yeah. I don't have any other questions.
Was that your last question? Is that my drag name?
Well, I just had this one about.
Did you read
I
Nancy
don't- but
Drew?
I don't know if I want to talk about more drag queens. But you had that other one on. Do you have any more drag queens on your
Molecules on it,
podcast?
yeah.
I didn't want to bring
Yeah, are
her
you
up.
Molecule fans?
I love Molecule.
We have to stop talking about other drag queens so they come and see me.
Molecule is great, and I didn't know. I got into. I was just looking for I don't even remember who connected me.
Oh,
but as
yeah.
a bug expert, because they were a bug breeder,
Yeah,
they're
and I
like
mean, her
that.
name comes from science. She's a science,
which is so
based-
cool.
Yeah,
We
And
love
then
it.
also her drag is like praying mantis inspired.
yeah,
Yeah.
Which is
yeah.
great.
What a find!
I didn't know that. I thought it was dollar store springy tubes.
I mean, it's made of
Slam.
that. Yes.
Yeah, slam.
Yeah, no, she's just obsessed with bugs.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know almost nothing about. Well, I know more about bugs now from the podcast, but bugs gross me out.
Me too.
Yeah.
But they made me think they were cool on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, Molly Cool. And also Natalie Duncan, who runs a really cool, weird AI bug startup,
Right.
which is so cool.
I heard AI, I turned it off.
That's right. That's for the best.
So you didn't have Molly Anna as a drag queen, but as Christopher James Turkin
Yes.
and myself. Is there any other drag artists coming up, or was it just me?
Yeah, good
because
question.
It's just me, Selena.
And Molly.
I just keep replaying your interview and finding new ways to work it in. I don't think I have any other queens. Like some of the guests out there who go like the extent of the orbit. Like I have this amazing ancient Egyptologist who I love.
Work.
I have someone who grew up on bunk beds and is a bit of a bunk bed expert, which is very cool.
Did they wet the bunk bed?
They never wet it, but
Wow.
they have some crazy bunk bed stories. I have two separate people who had a really weird experience with the same banana.
What?
Yeah, which is great. Bananas come up all the time.
But the same banana?
Same banana, and it's actually like kind of the bedrock of how they know each other. And it's this very weird banana story that took place like in the middle of the night.
Was it the art exhibit banana, the one that was like taped to the wall with duct tape?
No, that
Oh,
was
wow.
cool. Didn't someone buy that for like bajillions of dollars?
I hope so, because I love when I hear about people wasting money.
Yeah, totally right.
Yes.
And then they like shred it or eat the banana or something.
And the duct
weird.
tape that came with it.
They're not part-time anything. They've got
they're
money.
Full-time banana eaters. They
Do you
are.
do you like a banana? Because the people
Love.
I know either love or hate.
Love bananas.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
That's
I love
fine.
banana
Have you been
flavored
listening
things.
to Lady Gaga's new album?
This is protest when I turned into host mode by accident, and I get it. Yeah, I've listened to it all the way through. I think there's a couple songs that are
Okay,
hits.
we're done.
Oh, you don't? She's not my favorite.
Do you love the album?
Okay, we're done here.
You
Do
don't
you
like
love
it
the
at all.
album?
I will not accept anything less
Then a masterpiece.
than you get the fuck out right now.
Wow.
No,
Are you a super fan?
I'm a stan. I'm a secret stan.
Hillary has an
except-
original drag name that was before Hillary Yaas, before Hillary Ooze
Yeah.
even. It was
Rah, rah, ramama.
Ra Ra Mama was her drag name.
It's too long.
I'm like Baby Bell Bell, except talented. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Listen, it's way better
Local
than
drag queen of Toronto. Hi, Bell Bell. I know you listen to this.
Love Lady Bell Bell. And the great
Lady
cheese.
Bell Bell.
Baby. God damn it. Oh, you didn't know my podcast name. Don't dunk on me. Baby Bell Bell.
We've got to wrap this up. So let's do some final questions.
'Kay.
Do you have a final question for Mr. Noah Campbell here?
Yes.
So, if you could be a type of soup, what one would it be?
Does it have to be a Campbell soup? Were we riffing there?
Any type. Peanut, watermelon, donut, jubilee.
If I pick a trad soup, I would say tomato. So versatile. You can bake so many things with it too, which is great. Delicious on its own. Great with grilled cheese.
Jesus, this guy's turning me on. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Tomato soup, right?
Yeah.
You found my sweet spot.
a
But if I-
versatile sweet sauce Sagittarius.
a more
My God.
avant-garde soup, I really like a spicy soup.
Ooh.
Yeah, any kind of spicy soup.
Spicy.
Yeah, what about you?
Soup?
Stop
Yeah.
trying to take over
What? I can't ask anything back.
the interview.
No.
I just have to sit and get barraged.
That is what the premise of an interviewee is.
They're called manners. When you get a question, you ask one back, right?
You don't
And
have to answer it.
It's our job to ignore the question that's thrown back at us.
That's
and
fine.
ask you another one, which
Okay.
is when you hosted The Daily Show,
Yeah.
what was the hardest part about being South African?
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's so true.
100%. Well, as someone who grew up in apartheid and understands it from the inside out, I would say the hardest part was looking so hot all the time.
Aha, that is true.
Trevor Noah is so hot.
Yes, he is a good-looking fella.
I guess he also talks about himself in the third person. Well, this has been Trevor Noah, everyone. We love your work. We love your new podcast. Congratulations on all your incredible hard work, because putting together 11 essentially hour-long nonsensical rambling podcasts probably took a lot of lorazepam.
It is
That started as a compliment, and then got weird at the end. But yeah,
to her. That is
Okay,
a
that's
compliment.
as good as
That is a
it gets.
compliment.
Generally
That is,
how
like,
it goes.
I love that.
the
Thank you
highest
so
form of
much.
No,
compliment.
congratulations.
It is laugh out loud funny. Listen to Queerly or Queerial, whichever one you end up finding online.
Yeah, it's really fun, and it also includes like interviews with very interesting people.
Yes. You'll learn a lot.
You accidentally will, 100%.
Yeah.
Not from me. I'm just going to confuse you.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of confusion.
Thank you. Thanks so much. You guys are so sweet, and I loved making the show. It is big and weird, and if you like almost anything, you will find something you like in Queerial, I think.
Absolutely, I agree.
If you are deeply homophobic, you actually will probably riff and vibe off of it too. So just don't read into any of the irony, I think.
No.
And thanks for having me here. I promise never to ask you a question again.
You'll
I don't
never
even think
hold up to
non-gay
that
people will
promise.
understand it. It's practically written in Polari. Like, yeah, congratulations on your new thing. And I mean, follow Trevor Noah on The Daily Show.
100%. And Hillary Yaas as well, I'm assuming, is on Instagram. And
Yes,
who
I
are you
am
again?
running for president again.
My
Yeah.
name is Trevor Campbell.
Oh,
and
there you are.
I'm a famous podcast host.
And my name is Trevor Campbell also. And thanks for tuning in, Squirrels. It's been fun.
Honestly, just follow Caroline Moore. She's
I
so
agree.
funny.
to take
I
over our
agree.
podcast.
Caroline Moore for the win. We love you, Caroline.
All right, that's enough. I'm leaving.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
Mom,
Bye.
I'm going back to dentistry school.
Part-time.
Back to.
Part-time.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.
Is it because you went on a head? Did you feel like a satellite?
You felt like a satellite?
No.
That's the thing.
I am lucky you're awake.
part-time awake. I'm not fully awake.
Oh my, I
That's
love
the
this.
thing,
Thank
you
you for
never-
dragging your ass out of bed.